right, welcome back to another episode of Fastbreak Layup NBA podcast. Samuel here. We got Kev. Kev, say what's up. Yo, Kev.
Y'all can't hear me, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Say what's up.
Good morning, good night, good evening to everybody, good afternoon. Hope you're enjoying your day, your night, whatever's going on, your weekend. Yes, sir.
And we got Frankie here. Frankie, say what's up.
Yo, what's good? Quarantine.
All right, so first we're gonna get into some quick headlines before we get into we going over the parts 1 and 2 of The Last Dance, the MJ documentary that aired yesterday. So first we got some quick headlines. Jalen Green and Isaiah Todd, they're both skipping college and going straight to the G League's new development program, which will provide them with money, and they'll still have the opportunity to get a college education, as they're getting $125,000 college scholarship. So how y'all feel about that?
Hold on, give me 1 second. Yo, Cal, you could go first on that.
That changes the whole league, and that changes high school basketball and college basketball, because now NCAA got to see what's up now.
Facts.
So, if they can't listen, if that kid is successful and goes straight to the A and then off the rip, NCAA is in trouble, and they're gonna start panicking. Cause it's still gonna be college ball and college football, but college basketball won't be the same to me, especially because certain players are gonna take advantage of this and not go to college.
Facts.
But at the end of the day, I also think it might hurt the game a little bit. I feel like going to college helps the game too. So I feel like, then again, you're going straight to the G League. That's different. But I don't know. I feel like a college environment, there's still something to learn when it comes to basketball.
True. I actually wrote about this on my website, thefastbreaklayup.com, where I said it's going to change college basketball, but like, there's still going to be players that still want to go to college, because like college basketball still brought us the stories of like Steph Curry, CJ McCollum, Zion Williamson. Like, it helped get those guys draft stock to where they were. So I feel like college will still provide those opportunities, and we still have yet to see if this is going to provide that same level of success for those guys. I mean, they'll be able to make an income, which is probably like the main benefactor for them, but as in terms of like development and really get into the NBA where they want to be, that's yet to be seen. So
yeah, because I saw that Jalen kid that was on the Sun.
Jalen LeCue, I think.
Yeah, he's in the G League. He's nice. LeCue, yeah, Jalen LeCue, yeah, he's a bucket in the G League. Hopefully, he can get some minutes next year in the Suns, but he's a bucket. So I gotta see kids like him coming from there, because a lot of them go to the G League and end up just staying there, or they come get a little two-way roster contract and don't end up doing nothing with it. So that's just the iffy part about it.
I've been watching that Jalen Green kid all year, and what I would say though about the NBA doing this is a good thing for the NBA. The only thing that's gonna hurt them is that they can't breed a lot of stars as college do. Like, college is easy to build your brand in terms of like who you are as a person, like, and what you bring to the game. In G League, nobody really watching G League games. Nobody really like tuned into G League players, IG, none of that. But like, there's this other kid, Imoni Bates.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, boy, different. I think he in like 11th grade.
Mm-hmm.
People,
he's in 10th
right now.
He's in 10th.
Like KD. But he's still in 10th. He got like Player of the Year.
Yeah, he's the first ever sophomore to get Gatorade Player of the Year, which is crazy.
Yeah, they compare him to K. By the time he gets to what I would say, by the time he's a senior, he's gonna be ready for the A. And by the time he's a senior, they're gonna be a rule in place already to send him straight to the A. So I don't see him going to the G League.
Most likely, yeah.
Or college, because he already said it's a goal for him.
But yeah, back to what you were saying about college. College allows you to build your brand, because you're on national TV all the time, no matter where you are. Like, no matter what region you're in, you're still on national TV. With the G League, I don't think they're gonna play 20 games, and it's not. They're gonna be playing against like what does it say? Against G League talent, foreign national teams and NBA academies across the world. So there's no guarantee of getting that type of exposure you get when you're on a college basketball team.
And I feel like also coming to a G League team, you got to go fit in with a bunch of grown men. When going to a college team, usually is people you're around your age, and I feel
I
like
mean,
the
they got the
college
pros
thing
and
is,
cons.
oh yeah, a lot of pros and cons. But I feel like going to college is still better, especially because there's more games. Scouts have more footage to look at,
True.
and it's like, cause now what it is now, scouts are gonna have to look at G League, look at college, and look at other leagues, European leagues. But I feel like
Nah, but that's the
NCAA,
reason the NBA. That's the reason the NBA started doing stuff like this, giving out contracts like this, because they was tired of going overseas and looking at players and scouting. They was like, instead of us doing that, why don't we just have them come play in our league, swing them some bread, swing them a little scholarship? Because the end goal, they're gonna be here anyway in the next 2
2 to 3
years.
years, yeah.
Why not give them a extra year start instead of going all the way overseas, going to his games, doing this, that, and the third?
it's
I
gonna
mean,
hurt a couple of people though for sure though, especially
yeah.
kids. It's gonna hurt a lot of people.
For elite
But
prospects though, I think it's a good route.
I don't know. I feel like college, especially because with the wrong kids go straight to the G leagues. Like you gotta know if you're good enough to go in the first place. 'Cause I feel like going to college definitely boosts your stock. Because
Oh,
think
of
about it,
course.
you would not know John Morant if he was not.
Yeah, he went to
Nobody knows
like
about John Morant.
he went to like a mid level D1 school. Same thing with guys like
Yeah,
with Lillard, Steph, CJ, those type of guys. Like they would have never got that type of exposure
yeah.
if they
Those
didn't get.
guys went to the G League. There's no guarantee.
They was gonna be in the G League for a minute.
For all we know. For all we know, there's
Facts.
guards who are good as them in the G League still. But
Probably.
it's something that's holding them back for all we know. But that's how I feel. I feel like college is the better route in my eyes until I see how this thing goes down. And that's what it is.
All right, next story. Kev, your boy, KD. A new book came out called The Victory Machine by Ethan Strauss. He's a noted noted Warriors columnist, and he wrote a book about how the Warriors he basically wrote a book about how the Warriors came together, how it started with the purchase of the team and how they built around Steph, Clay, et cetera, how they acquired Kevin Durant and how they eventually lost him. So I got some excerpts here because I actually have the book, but I want to focus on these two excerpts dealing around Kev's boy KD. So first excerpt here, I sent it to the chat, but I'm gonna read it here. When former Warriors bench scorer Maurice Spates returned to Oracle Arena, he got a hearty ovation from the crowd. KD, who once complained to a Warriors fan account over Twitter DM that Spates was among the players more accepted by Warriors fans than he, was not pleased. After the blowout Warriors win that followed, as he waited to take the podium stage, Durant was fixated on a TV that hung from the wall. Space was with the local TV guys, yucking it up. Mo Buckets, Durant loudly groused, shaking his head. How can you call yourself Mo Buckets when you never averaged 20 points a game?
I mean, he got a point.
He
But like,
I
do, but
mean,
it's like, you really hating on Mo Spates? Like, come on, bro.
yeah, like that's like the people's champ. Like every team got one of those. Like he
Yeah,
should know. I feel like, I mean, I always come to KD defense or whatnot, but like I feel like if he don't want, because apparently he don't like being a villain. I get that you don't like being a villain, but I feel like the best thing to do is just not say nothing at all, because you damned if you do, damned if you don't. At this point,
facts.
like you shouldn't have expected them to love you like you got drafted there or something. Like, come
Yeah,
on, you got us a
yeah.
couple rings,
They
but
always
like,
gonna love their hometown
come on,
boys.
come on.
well, not one I'm gonna say for sure. I mean, he ain't wrong. You call yourself Mo Buckets, you know what I mean? You ain't have no scoring title, man. You don't know. I can't be walking around calling myself Kev Buckets if I average 6 points a game now. Can I? But on a different note, right? I mean, I'm a big KD, probably the biggest KD fan alive. I can't say the biggest, but probably one of the biggest KD fans alive. So, and I could say in that moment, he had no right to say all that. He could have kept that to himself, really and truly. He ain't have to say all that. Can now sound like he hating now.
I got another quote. This one got to do with Clay. He said, "You guys gonna write about that? You're not, are you? Because anything Clay does is okay because it's Clay, but anything I do is not okay because I'm Kevin Durant." That wasn't the only time he complained about how Clay was treated. He felt Clay got a free pass for everything.
Clay is Clay. Come on.
Facts. You can't hate on Clay either. Like,
Clay's
Can't
one
hate
of the
on nobody
players.
on that team.
Clay's
Everybody
one of
hates
the players.
that team. You
Like,
can't hate on nobody on that team.
I mean, people hit on Curry all the time, but so that's for other reasons. But I feel like people on that team, I don't know. I feel like Clay is just one of those players that people just don't really care too much about what he say or
what
everything he
does.
says like a joke. It's like he's
Facts.
a funny guy.
They don't take it serious.
Like Clay's personality is one of the different NBA personalities that we don't know about because it's kind of weird to us. Because he kind of weird but funny in a way. So like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
he get away with it. Like KD says, he gets away with it because that's just who Clay is.
Yeah, KD just, I think what it is, it's just the emotional. It's just the emotional part of him that just really get to him all the time, and that's what's been holding him back. I mean, it's not as bad as Kyrie. Kyrie is even worse.
That's
When
why
it comes to
That's
emotion.
why I bless the coach that wants to take over that team next year.
Yeah, Tyronn Lue said he want to go control Kyrie Irving again.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Durant retires before the age of 35.
I don't think he's gonna retire early.
Of course, he said he wants
him
to.
Him and Kyrie, because if I'm looking at it this way, KD never satisfied. I don't know what be going on in bro head, but he never satisfied. I mean, that's a good mentality to have, especially in the field he in. But if you think about it, he's one of the most decorated NBA players to date. Like, you can put him in the top 5. You can put him in the top 10. Definitely today in stone. You can put him in top 10 all time. Top 10 all time. All time. You can put him in top 10 today.
I've seen a few top 10 lists with him. I won't say top 5.
I've seen a few top 5 lists with KD.
It depends on in what terms, because there's a lot of players he hasn't surpassed.
I'm talking about flat out.
But we took on scoring wise, top 1.
Scoring, he's the best scorer to ever touch a basketball.
I think he's the best scorer to ever play.
I'll tell you that firsthand. But all time, I'm talking about all around game. Definitely top 10 today. Definitely. The scoring titles, MVPs, championships, finals MVPs. Only thing he missing is a couple of defensive player of the years.
He needs some defensive
another
teams
ring
too.
by his dolo.
But he
by the
definitely.
time KD gets to greatness, bro. By the time, let's say he get 30K points plus, bro, he gonna leave. It's gonna be boring to him, bro. It's gonna be boring to him. Him and Kyrie, they're gonna get like a little condo on some little island, bro. And just be on their phones over there doing God knows what, because they don't like to do nothing. But they are so gifted, bro. You can't be mad at it. Bro, I've been watching highlights this whole quarantine, bro. It's really amazing what Kyrie do with that ball, bro. I can't even explain it.
I mean, I don't know. KD, everyone knows at this point how he is. I mean, there's no denying it. The man has feelings, and he's letting his feelings out. People don't call him certain words. Yeah, more than usual, more than he should. He just speaking his mind, though. You can't be mad at a man speaking his mind, but it's just the way he says it. I feel like
he's sensitive.
I think it's the way he's coming off. Yeah, he just comes off sensitive for everything he says. Because for all we know, he can be saying as a joke, but then the media can always change the whole scenario. You know what I mean?
True.
He could always throw his more buckets. You never ever seen, like, for all you know, that could be a regular conversation between them two. Feel me? That can be a regular inside joke. We can't read everything now. I know I might sound like a delusional fan, but that's really the facts, though. Like, that's really the facts. We are on the outside. At the end of the day, we are on the outside, so we never really know exactly what he means. But when he says it, and the way it's delivered to us is like, okay, yeah, you sound like you don't like him, like, for all you know, that's probably his best friend on the team. I know I'm probably dragging it, but
nah, it was Mo was coming back, and he was talking to the local TV because the year that KD came, they had to let Mo go because of Mo's contract and stuff like that, because it wasn't gonna allow them to sign KD. Remember when KD came, they let go of most of the core guys that were on the team from the year before, like Barnes, Bogut, Lee, Barbosa, Spates, all those guys, they had to go. So Spates wasn't on the team. at the time, and he had came back with the Clippers, and he was talking with the local TV guys because I guess he wanted to catch up with them because when you're with a team for so long, you start to develop friendships with like the media that's around there and stuff like that. So I guess he was talking to the local TV guys, and Katie was watching the TV, and he was talking, I guess, like to whoever was around him, and he was like saying that. So
Mm. I mean, that's a scenario. I mean, that's how he felt. Articles will keep being published to make KD look like a bad guy, even though he doesn't.
Well, not while he's in Brooklyn, because no one cares about what's going on in Brooklyn right now. So
yeah, because I think Kyrie got that attention because Kyrie's a nut. He's a nut job.
Well, I mean, Kyrie's the one that's been playing, not even just because he's a nut job, but he's been the one that's actually played this year. So he's the one that has had the extraordinary quotes. I'd like to say.
Talk about we got the pieces, but we need more pieces because they suck.
You see, they trying to get Embiid. They trying to get him to New York one way or another.
Embiid.
Yeah, I cannot see them three. Those three
Y'all
mixing
see
together.
That Knicks and Nets trying to get.
Oh,
Embiid.
I think the reason why the Knicks are connected is because his former agent is the new president of the Knicks. So
I've been hearing mad trade rumors. I've been hearing Buddy Hield to the Lakers.
Yeah, I saw that one, but I wouldn't take anything serious because no transactions could be going on right now, anyways. So
it should.
It would make it more interesting, but
it would.
But no, at the end, no one would care right now because
and the trade deadline
nothing's going to be
already too.
True.
I just want the playoffs. That's what I want.
We all do, bro. But one last headline before we head into the last dance is I don't know if y'all saw this. Steph and Clay were almost traded to the Hornets for Chris Paul in 2011.
I say cap.
You say cap? No, that's a legit report.
Oh damn.
Well, Warriors, I've been
hearing about mad mistakes the Warriors nearly made.
Yeah, like Clay for Kevin Love, that almost happened. That was a big one, though.
And then the one with Giannis, I don't remember the exact scenario.
Giannis is what they want to happen this, not this upcoming offseason, but the following offseason. But I don't think it could happen.
I feel like it could happen, but
of financial restrictions.
Like a lot of players gonna go to Miami.
True, Miami's gonna have cap space in 2021, so.
We definitely know a big superstar is going there for a fact.
Well, shout out to Jimmy. Shout out to Jimmy who sent hoops to all his
Shout out Jimmy Buckets.
Yeah, shout out to Jimmy Buckets who sent hoops to everybody on his team because that's real dedication right there.
I ain't seen no one else do that for their
But
teams
one
yet.
thing I've been surprised about, for people to think about, I don't understand why NBA players get a house and not all of them get a basketball court.
Nah, you gotta know paychecks is different, bro.
Bro.
Only like
how much is a basketball court,
bro?
A lot of players don't get they don't make as much as we think they do. Like we be thinking they be making a lot of bread, but like at the same time, it's like it looks like a lot of bread to us, but for them, they got a whole bunch of like expenses that they gotta cover that we don't know about.
You gotta pay agents, do all that. You gotta buy a house.
You gotta take care of your family.
I understand.
Basketball court is like one of those things that come last. That's like a luxury, right there.
Mind you, some of them is
to be honest though, but
they got game to game checks, bro. Some of them got different ways of getting paid.
How I was thinking is like if you buying a house, the ones who could buy a house, I feel like because even Giannis said I don't got a court. I'm like, yo, bro. Oh yeah, Giannis now getting
he's tweaking.
Giannis is about to get his big check.
I feel like at this point, everybody should know their worth in the NBA. You feel me? Like you gotta know. You gotta know your worth.
To be honest, I know a hoop is not worth mad bread, bro. You can just get one hoop and really train on that one hoop if you really want to.
Bro, put it like this: endorsements give you the majority of the check that you're looking for,
he's endorsed too. So yeah. I feel like it's no excuse.
You heavily
for
endorsed,
him.
You know that man got the bag.
At the same time,
you on every commercial, I know you got the bag.
At the same time, 2020 is hindsight, and something like this was never expected to happen. So they probably didn't even think that, I'm gonna need a hoop at the crib one day. Like
not expected to happen or not. But
they always have access to the practice facilities off season.
Yeah, they can whenever they want.
They could go to the practice facility, the high school gyms where they at. They could go wherever they want and play basketball. They never thought a scenario like this where they would just be confined to their cribs would happen. So a basketball court at home wasn't really seen as something necessary for them when they was making all those purchases when they had their money and stuff like that. So
And I just feel like that's like
now it's
priority.
probably going to be seen as something that's more necessary because of what happened now. So
Yeah, I feel like that's really a priority because you're a basketball player. Why not get one
some of
hoop
them
in your
some of them
house?
just want to get away from the game too during the off season too. Like they just want to spend time with their fam.
That's the ones who are not that good, but it's fine. I mean, everyone have different goals. Some people want to go to the NBA, meet real players, so understandable.
Word.
But I mean, I know if I went to the A, I'm not taking no off.
First thing I'm getting is it, bro. If you don't have an indoor gym or hoop in your backyard, what are you doing, bro? Like,
what are you doing, bro? Like, yeah, bro. Like all that. And
come on. You don't
the
got
ones that want to
just trying
spend
to
time
pull
with
up
their
and
family.
play ball. Like
Exactly, your family.
They go to the
friends, pull up.
practice facility for that, or they go to some other gym.
Ain't no way. Like, what if we trying to play ball at 1 a.m., bro? On some regular type.
I don't know,
bro. Ain't no way. People's different.
They spend their money how they see fit.
True. Can't be pocket watching.
Facts.
Very true.
All right, so let's get into the main event, The Last Dance. How we feeling about it? I felt
bro, they should have just dropped all 10 episodes at one time.
That's a fact. I would have stayed up and watched everything.
They would have still made the same amount of money. Like, I mean, let me not even say that because that's not true. They would have lost mad money, but still, like, nobody want to wait like
a whole week,
5 Sundays, bro. Come on.
But at the same time, it gives you something to watch every week, though. Now, so you have something to look forward to while we all stuck in the crib.
I definitely
enjoyed
no
hoops on TV. What happened?
I definitely enjoyed it. It was something worth a while to watch. You learn a lot about stuff you would never know about because we were a lot back then. So it was worth the watch for sure. Honestly, hopefully put the whole series back up on some Netflix when it's all over so I can watch it over.
I think it is.
I heard it was supposed to come on Netflix today, actually.
I think it's on Netflix today internationally, and then Netflix will put the whole thing out.
Change your IP for that.
But Netflix, I think in like 3 months, is like 3 months after it's finished, they're gonna have it up.
Nobody going to wait 3 months. I tried to download the ESPN app, then it was like I gotta have a cable provider. I was like, who got cable in 2020, bro? Like, come on.
But
like it's either Firefox or Netflix, bro. Get right.
But yeah, what I found surprising is that a GM was willing to want to break up a championship team that was like 5-0 in the finals.
It's pride and ego. That's really what it is.
Facts. He wasn't getting the praise that he wanted. He had
nothing business related at all. Like
he had the Napoleon complex.
Mad money together, bro.
The Napoleon complex.
They could have made mad money together.
That's a fact.
All right, here's my take though. Let's say we take away them 2 years, Jordan shout out, right? In between. What was that, like 94?
I believe
take that out. He's definitely winning those 2 chips, bro, because you had the
94
best
and 95,
yeah. If you came back and did it again, then in between that time, you were still the best player in the world to me. It's logic.
Facts. Because he would have took no time off.
Before they broke the team up, they Scotty is bread.
Where? No, those Valen and Scotty.
Bro, we looking at like 10 plus championships Jordan and them would have had, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I want to get into. I want to do episode by episode, so I want to get into the Scotty stuff when we talk about episode 2. So, so Krause was jealous, like we said. He had the Napoleon complex, and it's funny because Krause told Phil Jackson when he gave him the last contract, he was like, "I don't care if you win 82 games, I'm still like you're still out of here." Like what?
Yeah, he was on some hating time
though. It gave me chills when I seen him. He was like, "Yo," I went into his office. He was like, "Yo, this is it." And then when he went on live TV and said the same thing, he was like, "Yo, at what point do you say to yourself, bro? Like, yeah, we got no choice but to win this, bro. You go out and actually win it, bro. That's so gangster, bro." I got chills thinking about it.
That's a fact.
Like they literally had one job. They was like, "Yo, it's either chip or we fail, bro," and they got it.
Yeah, that was a mission. No, I respect that mission. But Krause,
seen the last shot? Oh my
God! Krause looked like the real villain in that whole series.
He does.
The Monsters, bro.
Yeah, everybody was saying that's who Jordan based the monster off of.
Captain of the Monsters, bro.
It all makes sense. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, so Frankie, I saw you arguing with Jaleel. Well, I don't know if arguing was the right term, but like discussing about
craziness,
the '84 Bulls traveling cocaine circus.
Like
Yeah.
the Glenn Jalil said that Jordan. Why we not saying Jordan is a snitch?
He's not even
And
a
then
snitch, cause
first of all, it's just bad timing for the Jordan slandering. It's just bad time, poor timing. Like I'm up for the debate at any time. Don't get me wrong, but it's just
but
horrible
now is
timing.
not the time.
Not on the night of, bro. Not on the night of, bro. Like save that for midweek or like on like Sunday 3 when we like 6 eps in, bro. Now we could talk about it. But still,
Facts.
you wait 36, 34, 36 years to talk about it. I mean, we can't label you as a snitch, but it was funny to me. It just showed me that Jordan really had a mind of his own. He was really on one mission, bro.
Yeah, it was
You
just
gotta
ball. Like
respect it.
I want to
You
ball
gotta
out.
respect it. You gotta respect it. He was in, bro. You know how like tip top shape you gotta be. His conditioning was probably through the roof.
I saw a
Nobody
joke
could have
on.
keep up with him.
I saw a joke online. It was like MJ won with crackhead, so the debate is over. Like that's
Yeah,
it.
for real
You think he
though.
won with crackheads?
Yeah, he
For
won with
real though.
crackheads. So the debate is over. That's it. No more
Bro,
debate.
there's no way. There's no way you give Larry Bird 49 and then you come back the next day and give him 63, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
And a lot of people, they like, oh, he scored on like white dudes. I mean, that was the best team in the league. So, I mean, you
And
give him the
then,
best team
you
in the
know,
league buckets like that. You can't say anything about that.
I think those early years though, I think that kind of formed him into the beast he was because he realized he was like, yo, if I don't get 30, if I don't get 40, we might lose, bro. So I'm gonna have to go out there and get it. And every story I hear about Jordan, bro, whatever he said he was gonna give you, he gave it to you. That's one thing I admire about him. If he come
Facts.
in your locker room, I forgot who said it. They was like, yeah,
Randy,
I
I think it
think it
was
was Hakeem.
it was
Hakeem said he
Dominique.
came in the locker
It was
room.
Dominique.
Yeah, Dominique said he came in the locker room, walked past him.
Went to Randy Whitman.
He was like, yo, lace him up.
It's gonna be a long night.
It's gonna be a long night. Man's had what, 50 or 60?
I think it was 61 or something like that. He gave him hell.
Like, come on, bro. You talk about them star players that be like, I know Brown and them be saying that now, but with all this load management talk, I don't know what be going through Brown and them head.
Speaking of load management, I want to get into that when we talk about episode 2 a little bit later, but because they had Jordan on the minutes restriction and everybody was like, oh, that's load management. And everyone's talking about it's not really load management because it's like he came off a broken foot and it was a 10% chance his career was done if he played on it.
From a money standpoint, I could understand why they would want to move like that, but an athlete gonna know how his body feel, bro. And it's true that once you break a bone, it does grow back stronger.
But at the same time, they were saying that sometimes that specific bone where it broke, it was talking about how
sometimes it don't heal.
Sometimes it don't heal right because blood doesn't flow properly to that area. So
I mean,
it was a risk regardless, but
high risk, high reward.
Facts. And it turned out well, so. So I was weak because after they showed that little montage of Jordan highlights cooking the league for his rookie year, in between the montage, they was asking him about like how's the transition been from college to the NBA, and he was like, "It's been easy," and I was just like, "Man, usually
that boy sounded Luka. He sounded Luka when he.
I mean, most guys low key, but like most guys, they like a little bit humble. They like, it's been a little difficult here and there, but he was like, "Nah, it's been easy."
Bro, he just had a swagger about him, bro.
Facts.
Indescribable.
He averaged 28
I see a lot of
52%.
Jordan and Luka, though. I can't front. I see a lot of Jordan and Luka. Once I really sat back and I thought about it, I was like, yo, the way we looking at Luka, people probably looked at Jordan like this, bro. Like, how he's so young doing all that. Like, he's really giving it to them.
Facts. I could see it.
Not seeing that he wants.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but like you're saying like at such a young age. But it's for Luka though, it's the fact that he played professionally overseas in like the second best league, so that plays a role into that too.
Well groomed.
Yeah. And then I had another key here from the way the first episode ended. It kind of gave me chills. Like it was their ring night ceremony. And then they had like the Bulls intro music. I love that music. It reminds me of 2K11. Remember when 2K11 opens up and they have the Bulls intro music?
Facts.
So episode 2 now. Scotty was grossly underpaid, probably robbed. I don't know who his agent was, but whoever his agent is, he needs to
Nah,
go
I
back to
seen
him.
they said that whoever the owner was like, yo, I told him don't sign it.
But the owner's lying. He's lying. Of course he
Of
told him
course
to
he
sign
is,
it
though.
because that's a
Of course he
discount.
is.
That's a discount deal.
He whored himself out. Can I say that? He whored himself out. Come on.
7 years, 18 million. He was 6th on the team in salary. Meanwhile, he's like the second best player.
If
Yeah,
we
Scotty
being
made it.
honest, that's what people be in like the rapper world. That's a 360 deal, bro. It's a slave deal, bro.
I saw someone
Like you
was saying
sold
that
your soul,
online.
bro. You sold your soul, bro. That's a 360. Come on.
Man, and he was 122nd in the league in salary. But he was first on the Bulls in assists and steals, second in scoring, rebound, and minutes played. And wow.
I mean, looking back, you hate to see things like that.
But I looked up after, in his whole career, he still made about $109 million plus because of his contracts with the Rockets and the Trailblazers after. So the Rockets and Trailblazers, they treated him well and kind of made up for
I mean, wherever
Jerry
he
Krause's
went after,
mistakes.
they would have had to give him the bread.
Of
They would have
course.
had to give him the bread wherever he went, just off the strength.
It kind of sucks though he didn't get to win with that Rockets team. I forgot. I think it was him, Barkley, and Hakeem. But Barkley was basically like towards the last legs of his career, so it really didn't matter.
I mean,
So-
when you on like your formative years, bro, when you out of them, my fault. But when you like leave those times, it's like, yo, we fake don't even want to watch this man play no more.
Facts.
But
It was kind of weird seeing him in those other jerseys too. Honestly,
It's just nostalgia.
Now, seeing Scotty or Jordan in different jerseys is just weird to me in general.
Bro, I hate seeing Jordan in a Wizards jersey. I hate it with a passion.
yeah, it's weird. But
But while watching that documentary, like I realized a lot of Kobe and Jordan though, like a lot of Kobe and Jordan.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah,
vice
Kobe
versa.
made-
An image.
yeah, Kobe made himself like he wanted to replicate everything Jordan did because
That's
he felt like that would
baby
make
Jordan,
him the best.
literally.
Yeah.
Literally baby Jordan.
So before the 97-98 season, Scotty had a chance to actually get surgery to for his ankle after the season ended, and then get it and basically rehab during the summer. But he said, I'm gonna paraphrase what he said. He said, I'm not gonna mess my summer up because he didn't want to rehab during the summer, and to he wanted to make a point to Jerry Krause because Jerry tried to trade Scotty multiple times. Like it wasn't just that one time during before the 97-98 season. I heard he tried to trade him for Sean Kemp in 94. That's when Jordan had actually left. So that would have left the Bulls with Sean Kemp as the number one option. So yeah, so there was that, and then of course later on we find out about how he had a deal in place for Scotty for T-Mac. So there was that too.
Oh nah, he tried to move filthy T-Mac and
That'd
Jordan.
have been a great
What?
team.
But MJ vetoed the trade.
Yo, that man was moving dirty. What?
I mean, Scotty is his boy though. He was riding for his boy. Pause.
I'm not
But-
gonna lie. Scotty was LeBron before LeBron. They got it. But T-Mac and Jordan, bro, the world wasn't ready for that.
I don't know what Jordan
glad
would have
it
done
didn't.
to T-Mac's psyche though.
I'm glad it didn't happen.
Because who knows if T-Mac's mental at such that young age would have been able to take, because we saw later on in the episode how Jordan was talking to his teammates, like his teammates who he respected, like Ron Harper and all those boys. Like he was just talking to them like, yo, if y'all don't want it, y'all could get out of here.
Yeah.
And they started that season struggling. They were 4-4, and their first road win came against the Clippers, a bad Clippers team, and it took them double
horrible team.
overtime.
Jordan had what, 49?
Yeah, 49. And it wasn't efficient or pretty either, but he had to do what he had to do to get it done. So
I mean, nobody there helping.
facts,
Do what you gotta do.
but a lot of people were criticizing Jordan for saying that Scotty was selfish, because of what he decided to do. But you gotta also think about like You also got to think about like Jordan and Scottie. They've been with each other for this whole time. Like you think, like Scottie basically left him out to dry at that point. But at the same time, you also got to think that Scottie had to think about himself,
Yeah, he
renegotiating that
gotta
contract.
feed his family. He got mouths to feed.
That's crazy. Right now, I was about to ask y'all later on about what team would y'all like to see get this type of Last Dance documentary done for. And I was thinking to myself, I would like to see how last year's Warriors were behind the scenes because of all the KD
That is
drama.
gonna come out,
Bro, I
and
just
I'm
got a
gonna be
notification from
glued to
Bleacher
the
Report.
screen.
Bro, Bleacher Report just says Dubs denied media all access. It says Warriors execs didn't give camera crews full coverage during playoff runs like the Bulls in the Last Dance. So we will not get that Last Dance Warriors documentary.
Wow.
That they missed out on a great opportunity, honestly, because a lot of people would have tuned
They
in
could
for
have
that.
cashed in, bro. Like,
Honestly,
imagine they could have cashed in years down the line where the team not rocking no more. Stephen Clay gone. Draymond Green is the new Shaq. He got like 6 Auntie Annies. Like, come on. They could have cashed in, bro. They wasn't thinking smart.
nah, but yeah, I'm tight seeing that notification now. I'm tight because I really was looking forward to that down the line, like later on in the years, and especially because Draymond there's a video floating around on social media now of Draymond basically talking about how he and Clay felt during all last season because they had to answer to the media because Kevin Durant was not giving answers about the contract situation. And basically, Draymond was saying him and Clay basically said they want to be there for life, but Durant wasn't saying anything about where he wanted to go, regardless whether he was staying or leaving, and that left so many things up in the air because that had an impact on the contracts negotiations of Clay and Draymond. So,
Yo, Katie just be moving funny sometimes, bro.
but yeah, I was really looking forward to seeing a Last Dance
Blame
Warriors
Draymond. Blame
version.
Draymond.
Blame Draymond for what?
No doubt Draymond was wrong for what he did.
Oh yeah, when the Clippers argument.
But like, come on, bro.
That's why I want a Last Dance Warriors version, but unfortunately we won't get that. But maybe we'll get one for the regular season because it says in the notification here that they didn't allow them the full coverage during playoff runs.
That was kind of smart though, because I would have tore them apart. Being realistic.
If it got leaked, yeah. Because this Last Dance thing has been in the NBA's vault for 20 years, and Jordan finally gave the okay.
I heard he get an okay when LeBron won that in 2016.
Yeah, he did.
I'm telling you, it's business moves.
It's tactical. It's tactical, yeah.
Business moves. I ain't even mad. It's business
Me
moves.
neither. Like,
LeBron just wilding out. He was basically Dolly, buzzer beater win game 7. Nah, I'm about to drop this. Yeah, of course I'm going to do that. Some money to be made.
Facts.
Jordan's a businessman, bro.
But yeah, Jordan. But back to episode 2, Jordan used his anger to motivate his teammates to play better. We have yet to see how that goes because that's probably talked about more in episodes 3 and 4, which are going to be released next Sunday at 9. So we'll see how the season continues because I'm actually interested in seeing how that goes because the 97-98 season isn't something that's talked about a lot. You usually hear about the 96 Bulls because they're the ones that won 72. And then you hear about the 96-97 ones because I forgot how many they won, but I know they won a high number of games too. But you don't hear a lot about the 97-98 Bulls that season. You just see the last shot, and that's all you know about the 98 season, basically. So I'm just interested to see how that goes. So, then we get into the Jordan foot injury. It's funny how he was recovering back at college, and his team didn't even know he was recovering from the foot surgery. I mean, something like that during today's era would have been.
That sounds like something Kobe would do.
Low key.
You gotta keep it on the hush.
But like during today's era, you can't do something like this. The minute someone would see him in a gym, it's on Twitter.
With the internet, it's crazy. You can't even.
It would have been on Instagram. It would have been on Twitter. It would have been everywhere. They'd be like, "Oh, look at Jordan."
Oh, J. Cole popped out too. He balling up. Like they get runs in at Rico Hines. Like, come on, man.
Word.
They got cameras everywhere.
And then the Bulls manager would have shut it down immediately because that's their investment. Because as soon as Jordan pulled up, we saw in the first episode, like business started booming for the Bulls because everybody was going to Bulls games. Everybody wanted to see Jordan play. So You got to protect that investment.
Money moves.
And then we spoke about how when he came back, he was on a 7 minutes per half minutes restriction. So that was quote unquote load management, I guess, for them. So,
Load management.
but then they asked Jordan, like, "Oh, do you think this is a move by the management to secure a better draft position?" And he basically was like, "I don't care about draft positioning. I just want to get to the playoffs because I just want to have a chance to win." You got to respect it. I want to I want to look up here while we talk the 1987 NBA draft because I want to see what would happen if they had gotten in. Because back then there wasn't no lottery. I heard it was just envelopes out, and then that would have been the 86 draft. Actually, my fault. But that would have been the 1986 draft. And once you were in that there were seven spots. It wasn't like a lottery, but there were envelopes, 7 envelopes, and they would be picked at random. So everyone had an equal chance to get the number one pick. And I just want to see who were like the top picks that draft. So you had Brad Daugherty, who would have been a key center for them, which is what they needed. They could have had Len Bias, who passed away unfortunately, but he was a top player at the time. Also got Ron Harper in there. So they would have had their whatever selection they wanted possibly from those guys that I just named, plus some other guys like Chuck Person, Kenny Walker, Chris Washburn. So
They're
good.
acting like they missed out on a gold mine or something.
True, but you never know. So you never know. 2020 is hindsight. Hindsight is 2020. I mean. But yeah, he said he didn't want to go, he didn't care about draft position, and most players usually don't care about draft position because that's another player coming in to take your possible spot. But another key thing is the Bulls got into the playoffs with 30 wins. 30 and 52.
I mean, the NBA was declining at that point. Talking about the 80s.
Yeah,
Everything
the
was
80s
on.
was a low point for the
That's
NBA.
like post Magic,
Besides
almost
Magic
post
and
Magic,
Bird.
post Bird.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally came and saved the league by his dolo.
Yep. And he was cooking those boys up as we spoke about. 49 and then 63. And a lot of people saying, "Oh, he got those in losses. If it was Jordan, if it was LeBron would have got criticized."
Like, come
But
on,
like,
bro.
you got to think about it. Jordan did this in his second year in the league, coming off a broken foot. And if LeBron had done that, it would have been ultimate respect to LeBron. Honestly, we would have gave LeBron his props if he came into the league and gave the best team in the league the business the
People
first two
swear saying,
games.
people swear saying MJ to go is like telling LeBron to like do some disrespectful stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, or it's like telling LeBron that he can't play at all. Like,
But like, come on, let's be real. Let's be real. People act like Jordan ain't face adversity too. You're forgetting that.
And then what you call it? Larry said they threw everything at him, but he had a great quote that I saw being tossed around on Twitter. He said, "You can't hold the great ones down." And at that moment, I guess Larry felt that MJ was one of the great ones at just his second year in the league. So
you gotta know other people see it before you see it.
Facts. And even in the interviews, they were like, Magic was saying back then in that time, he was like, MJ is the most talented player in the league, while he and Larry was still at the top of their game. Still, like, he was saying that MJ is the
You
most
see what
talented.
Roy Williams said about him?
How they invited him to like a basketball camp or something.
He was like, I heard he was good. You know, we invited him to the camp. By the time he left, I thought he was the best player in America.
Facts.
Like, what?
And bro, did you see Bobby Knight, how he was coaching Jordan in the '84 Olympics? Before he even saw Jordan in an NBA game, he thought Jordan was one of the best players in the world.
You gotta know. They said, hey, I guess that's how good his fundamentals were. I don't know.
Word.
Because everybody says the same thing. I don't know. You gotta
I
be
mean,
different,
if
bro.
it's consistent, then it's got to be true,
You gotta be different. You gotta be in a class by himself.
and he is. And I saw a lot of people, yo, they was clowning Jerry Krause. Like, it got to a point where like they didn't like Jerry Krause so much, where like specifically for Scotty, Scotty was getting on the team bus and just cutting him, like just like berating him in front of the whole team. And it got to a point where Phil Jackson and them had to tell him like, "Yo, chill. Like, we know you don't like Jerry Krause because of the way he's been doing you lately, but like,
See,
you
I
still
wouldn't
gotta
have did
chill."
all that he did on the bus, but I would have definitely did load management
Oh
if
yeah,
they
that's
was
what he was
treating him
doing
like that.
basically. But yeah, I mean, he was going in on Jerry Krause, though, I heard, on the bus. They never showed what happened on the bus. I would have loved to seen what was going on in that bus, but
I feel like it was
it,
some downright disrespectful
it probably was.
ish, because
I
they
mean,
was like it was eyebrow raising.
and what you call it? Like Jordan was doing like the little cheeky stuff. Like he was like, "Oh, are those short pills or diet pills?" And he was like, "Oh, if you want to do layups with us, they gotta lower the rim." But he was doing stuff like that. But I heard Scotty was just probably just going in, and probably rightfully so too, because
I would have did the same thing.
But even though Kraus got all that hate or whatever, I mean, he still did a good job of assembling a team around Jordan that
Yeah, he did.
got him chips. Like he got him Horace Grant in the draft. He drafted B.J. Armstrong, Tony
But like
Kukoc,
nobody
constructed all
is
those
discrediting
trades.
him. He just couldn't handle the fact that he was getting so much love.
Facts.
He was really a hating man.
The Napoleon complex right there. But yeah, yeah, I can't wait to see what happens in the next couple episodes. Cause I mean, we all know how the season ends, but like, I want to see like the process of how they finally got everything together, and I want to know more about the divide between Phil and Kraus because right after that, we know Phil went on to the Lakers three-peat, and then his whole thing with the
And I
Lakers
love
there.
Phil Jackson. That man is a winner.
I like him, but I don't like what he did to my Knicks, so I still have resentment
Oh
towards him for
yeah,
that.
I ain't forget that. How could I forget that? You just
Bro, he
jogged
came
my
to the
memory.
Knicks and just
How could I forget that? That old brute.
right after we came off 50 wins, they hire him and then he get rid of everybody, yo.
That old brute. They're mellow dirty.
Yeah. That's the one blemish I feel like that's on him. That's the one blemish of his career that's on him. But everything else, he's like straight winner and everything else though.
Yeah, he know how to win. I give him that. You got
Facts.
Jordan and Kobe, Shaq, Pippen,
But a
Rodman.
lot of people would say, is it him or is it
Nah, it's definitely him. We
him
can't do that.
falling into the right
It's definitely
circumstances?
him. We can't do that. We can't do that.
Some people might say that though, because they do the same thing with Steve Kerr. They say Steve Kerr is a
Nah, we
benefit
can't
of
do that.
circumstance.
We can't do that. Because
I guess.
there's got to be a reason Jordan said he wasn't playing under no other coach, right?
True. Yeah, he did.
There got to be a reason.
Yeah.
If a player is telling you, your best player is telling you that, you got to listen to him. We can't do
Facts.
that to Phil Jackson. And then he was like, okay, y'all thought it was a fluke. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again with Kobe and Shaq, little Jordan offspring. I'm going to do it again.
But yeah. Yeah, people say that about a lot of coaches. They be like, oh, they just fall into the right circumstance, so but like certain players, they gravitate towards certain types of coaches that allow them to play a certain type of way. So
Listen, at the end of the
that's what
day,
allows for
I'm
their
gonna tell you, I'm gonna
success.
tell you what players want at the end of the day. They want the green light, and a lot of people is not skilled enough to get the green light. That's why I say you got to know your worth in the NBA. If you're not a baller, you're not a baller. You a role player, you a role player. Know your role.
That's a fact. But yeah, I'm back to my question. I was gonna ask you guys. I was gonna say, what team would you like to see this get done for?
What?
From like,
Oh, the Last Dance doc.
yeah, Last Dance type of documentary.
I mean, the generic answer would be 2012 Miami Heat, but I don't really care too much about that team. What went down behind the scenes.
Yeah, it wasn't
Um,
much drama. You want a team that had like some drama behind it.
If we damn,
You
do
want to
they
say
have
last
to
year's
be?
Warriors?
I was, but then I got that thing in my mind already, so I'm trying to think of somebody
Not
else. Do
because
they?
I feel like they still got footage from the regular season probably because they said they didn't give them full access during the playoffs. So there's still a possibility that they have regular season footage, but who knows?
Do they have to be winners necessarily?
Nah, just a team.
I'm gonna do that. Forgot the year. I'm gonna go with what 13, 14 Clippers.
That is an interesting team.
Blake, PG, Jamal Crawford, Karan Butler, Swaggy P,
Yeah, that team was
DeAndre
fun.
Jordan, Matt Barnes.
That's
Paper,
a cast of characters right there
that,
within itself.
That team on paper, just by that name, is supposed to have at least 2 championships. And if they stayed together, I feel like they would have had at least one. Because
They
I
had
was
their
with
chances
the whole Lob
though.
City.
They had their chances.
The whole Lob City movement. I mean, they was beating the. I mean, they had beef for OKC. They could never get past OKC. But they
remember they blew that
3-1
lead to the Rockets.
Yeah, they was beating the Warriors at the time. After like 14, 15, they couldn't beat them though.
Yeah, they couldn't. 14, 15, it was clipped. If you didn't get something before 14, 15,
you wasn't getting that back.
You wasn't getting another chance. That's why the Spurs, they got blessed. They got blessed. They was able to get their revenge against Miami right before Golden State emerged. Because if they didn't do it that year, they was never gonna get their revenge for that series.
Clipped.
But for me, a team I would like to see a behind the scenes documentary. I was gonna say last year's Warriors, but I feel like that's already like taken out of the equation because of the headline I saw. Like that just ruined my answer. Because last year's Warriors had so much drama. It was like Klay's about to be a free agent, KD's about to be a free agent.
I know
Draymond's gonna be up for
leaving,
extension.
Yeah, of course. None of them wasn't leaving.
Of course, but there's always rumors circulating like, oh, so and so's father, so and so's relative thinks that he's going here, he's going there. We had the whole thing about
get on first take I just got a call last night from a credible source. I'm gonna keep it confidential, just between me and them. Klay Thompson is not happy in Golden State, people.
Word.
And it's just like that. Like, come on, bro. Stop the theatrics, bro. Come on, bro.
That's a fact.
Give it to me straight, bro.
That's a fact.
Give it to me straight.
He always got a credible source that be saying nonsense. Like remember when he said credible source says, Kawhi says, why don't LeBron guard me? Like, yo, what?
Like, come on, bro. That's
that don't even sound like Kawhi.
That, he was like, nah, but then again, Kawhi I be seeing him on court sometimes, bro. He do be trash talking sometimes. So I don't fully rule it out. But that whole when Tom Brady was about to get traded, bro, or when he's about to sign with the Bucks, bro, I just got off the phone with Robert Kraft, and he's telling me that it's Bill Belichick versus Tom Brady, people. And it's just that simple. If Bill Belichick is not willing to put his pride to the side, like, come on, bro. Like, we going through these times, like, come on, bro. We know. I thought he totally off topic. I thought Brady was gonna stay. I did not expect that.
I low-key felt like he was gonna leave because I knew there was some type of divide between either him and it wasn't between him and ownership because I know him and ownership was tight, but I know Belichick. It was him and Belichick. There was a divide between them, but we don't know the extent. Maybe there will be a Last Dance documentary for that.
Oh yeah, we need that.
Now, I would like to know that.
For the whole 20 years. We need that for the whole 20 years.
That would be a long documentary.
I mean, they could probably cut that down into like 3 hours, though.
3 hours for 20 years?
Because, look, you just highlight the good moments. You highlight like 10 years.
Nah, everybody wants to see some of the turmoil. Everybody wants to see some of the turmoil.
You highlight like 9, 10 years.
You got to get some of the nitty-gritty. You got to have some of that nitty-gritty stuff in there that will sell for the promos.
Just give me the year they lost to the Giants.
Both years. Both years they lost to the Giants.
Give me the first chip. Give me the one where he comes back from the ACL injury. I'm Gucci. I already got like the last 5-6 years. I'm already refreshed on that. Like I seen it with my own eyes. I have a good memory of it. I don't even want to see that again. That Falcons game, I feel like that Super Bowl was just whack. I didn't want to see them teams in the game. That one was whack. And like, how are you not? You got to give Julio Jones the ball, bro. Simple.
Facts.
Throw him the rock. Get out the way.
But yeah, I don't know how you turn 20 years into 3 hours. We got this whole MJ thing is 1 year. Well, it covers like some parts of other years,
I mean,
but it's
they
mainly
including
focused on that
commercials and
last
stuff. They're gonna
year.
drag it out.
But it's
We
10.
talking
It's 10
commercials and
parts.
stuff. 10 parts. You talking about an hour? There's 10 hours.
Yeah, about 10 hours, or like if you take out all the commercials, maybe like 8.5 hours, maybe. And that's for like 1 year mixed in with like parts and
you
bits and
could
pieces.
probably make a 5-hour movie. I mean, diehard fans gonna watch that though. If you talking about Brady, you probably get a couple million people to watch that. Like,
another thing I would like to see is probably the Houston Astros that when they were cheating. That would make an interesting documentary. At least for me, I think.
I still don't completely understand the MLB, but I heard it's a lot of money involved. As soon as I get into that, I will be more like fluid on the topic. But I heard that was grimy what they did.
Yeah, like nobody respects them. And if the season started, they was gonna get beat up this year, bro.
I've seen them getting a lot of flack. Like Mans was disrespecting them. Crazy.
Bro, people said they want to beat them up. Teams said they want to beat them up. If the season started on time like it was supposed to.
Oh yeah, dugouts would be clear.
Yo, I would have been looking forward to those games.
Dugouts will be clear. I mean,
bro,
I would want to do it too if we really balling up and you really say you about it and you got to chip off that, bro. Nah, we got to run that whole season back. Everybody who played got to get a ring just cause. Everybody who played on the way there got to get a ring.
That's a fact.
You got to take back a whole year of sports,
my Yankees, bro.
Think about it. Think about it. You got to take back a whole year of sports. For some blasphemy.
And they was doing it for more than that 1 year that they won the chip, though. They did it the year after. Wow. And yeah, they kept doing it because they didn't get caught until they didn't stop until they finished until they get caught. They didn't stop until they get caught.
I can't even be mad at it. They ruled that till the wheels fell off.
Facts.
But how did people find that out though? Like,
I forgot, honestly. I forgot how people found out, but
because if we really on a team and we all make a pact to do it together, I doubt anybody's saying anything.
Nah, people started saying stuff like former teammates, like after they left the team, they started saying stuff after though.
Oh, they was probably salty. They didn't get in on the wins.
No, they won with the team. No, they won with the team, and then when they left, they started talking.
What did they gain though?
I don't know.
What did they gain from doing that? Like it would have been a lot better if they could have kept that one to themselves. They could have took that one to the grave. Nobody would have even been mad. But you like gave up on and told on yourself. Come
on. But getting back to hoops, probably just for like a fun documentary wise, it'll probably be the 73 win Warriors, just covering their regular season. Because I remember that regular season was fun. But yeah. And then once it got to the finals, that's when everything, right before the 3-1 lead, that's when everything was fun, at least for me.
I just had a gut feeling that we wasn't gonna win that year. I don't know why.
Yeah, it felt all too good at the moment.
I just had a gut feeling. But once I seen KD pull up, I knew. I was like, yo, we really about to do this.
Facts.
Then I thought that they was gonna get that last one though. Because I haven't.
And then all the injuries started piling up.
My own eyes. I've never seen a 3P with my own.
I don't think we ever will because it's so hard. You got to be like super consistent. You got to have top-notch luck too. People say, "Oh, Warriors got lucky," but like luck plays a part.
That's why I put a chip on Braun's shoulder because in his era, quote unquote, a lot of people got rings. Jordan stopped a lot of people from getting rings.
Yeah, a lot of heads got rings in this era.
A lot of Hall of Famers don't have rings because of this man Jordan.
That's a fact.
Like you talking about, you let Kawhi change teams and get one on you twice, bro? Like, how that work? Like, once I saw the Raptors won, I was like, all right, the NBA just hit a reset button. Like a
Yeah,
real
that
life
was
reset button. First time it's like no concrete stars on that team. Like, I didn't even project them to win, bro. I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
I thought Milwaukee was gonna get to the chip that year.
But I thought this year though, I don't know who I really had winning this year. I want to say Milwaukee, but then again, in crunch time, Braun is a different man.
Facts, and I don't know if Giannis is
I would
ready for
say
that.
though, if LeBron got to the finals, I feel sorry for whoever he met up with, because he wasn't gonna lose that one. He was not gonna lose this one. He was not gonna lose.
There was a lot riding on this one, but yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, I had it as a toss up between Lakers, Clippers, Bucks. Like I felt like those were the three teams.
Yeah, those were my top three teams.
I feel like it was a toss up between those three because like in the East, I didn't see anybody really like legitimately challenging the Bucks. Maybe the Raptors, because the Raptors have been like consistently good, injuries and all. So
yeah, my logic was I was like, whoever make it out Lakers versus Clippers gonna go, and the Bucks is just too good in the East.
Yeah.
Then again, I also wanted to sneak the Rockets in there. I had a really good feeling about them this year.
I
thought they actually had a chance.
Once I saw them lose to my Knicks, I was like, yeah, that's all I needed to see.
I was watching that game. Harden missed 2 layups in crunch time.
I saw that.
And then Westbrook missed a layup at the end of the game. So they deserved to lose that game.
And my boy RJ Barrett hit the game winner.
I ain't think RJ had like what, 25? I ain't think
27.
He was gonna win it.
Yeah.
I ain't think he was gonna win it. Oh yeah, he hit the last shot. I didn't think he was gonna win it at all. I seen the ISO, I was like, yo, he's not gonna do it. The man did it because he had missed 2 shots before that.
Bro, he was really just coming into his own right before the season ended. A lot of rookies were coming into their own. Like Cam was starting to play well. Bro, can we not talk about the Knicks, please?
The curse is real, bro. I'm starting to believe it.
Please, bro, can we not talk about the Knicks? I want to talk about the rookies that were coming into their own before the end of the season.
I'm starting to believe it, though. Devontae Graham, though, I would say. I like him.
Kobe White was starting to come into his own. He was dropping like 30 plus points.
I had Kobe White as one of my sleeper picks for Rookie of the Year, but I guess it was just damn, I can't even curse. It was a horrible show in Chicago. It was a horrible show.
That situation, bro, it's going back to the documentary, Jerry Krause says organizations win championships. It's funny how the Bulls have not even been to the finals since that last chip. Like
they really made him eat his words. Like, it be making me mad when I be like, yo, this stuff could have really been prevented.
It really could have, because at the end of the day, Jordan could have went up to the owner, Jerry Reinsdorf, and been like, I bet it's either me or him. Who do you pick?
Yeah, but then people gonna be like, yeah, Jordan trying to strong arm his way, and he a bully, this, that, and the third. Like,
true, but like now, bro. I mean, I guess now we say that because it's the player empowerment era. So players go up to their GMs now, or players go to their owners now and be like, oh, it's me or the GM.
Put it like this. Players are way too good nowadays. It's sorry to say, but players are way too good for it not to be the player era. Because even the last man on the bench will give you 50 on a good day.
That's why we got the G League full of so much talent that's just like sitting there hoping for a chance.
I was thinking about going trying out for that.
What is it, like $150, I think?
It's like $150. I think they have like a worldwide, not worldwide, like a.
But I heard those tryouts are hard. Like
yeah, they have a countrywide tryout in July. But then again, you could also just go with your home team. You could try for your home team instead. Like for us, it would be I think Long Island Nets or Westchester.
Yeah, probably the Long Island Nets.
They had tryouts too, but they was like, yo, you gotta come out like 150. I was like, oh. I gotta get my conditioning. That's really all. The game is so fast in the NBA now.
It is.
If you can run, you
super high.
And I heard they really just want you to jack up threes. Like the midi game is so underrated though. You could rack up the points so quick.
Yeah. That's another part of Jordan's game that was being like analyzed super heavy, like while everyone was watching, because like everybody was like, oh, he scored 63 with like no threes, I think it was. And like the mid-range game, of course, it's not like, I don't want to say not the best shot, but it's still a pretty good shot that people should know, because like if
They
you're
say it's not
a three-level
a high
scorer,
percentage shot.
yeah. But if you're a three-level scorer, that makes you more of a threat, because you can, if you pump fake for the three, at least you got that mid-range.
Yeah.
And like mid-range, you could just, from the mid-range you could go to the paint and etc. So it allows you to have a wide varying amount of areas you can score from.
Like, it's fake one of the easiest shots too.
I,
Like, if you think about it, mid-range shots aren't that far from the rim, aren't that far from a layup, bro. You get, as
but
long as
people
you
aren't
get
working on
space
them
to.
now, so
That's why people like CJ McCollum. That's why. Yo. Oh, you can hear me? My headphones just died.
Yeah, I can hear you still.
That's why people like CJ, Bradley Beal, they be getting 50 on some light work.
Yeah, they utilize all parts of the court.
Now, I would say if Steph started shooting more mid-range shots, it's scary for the league.
It really is.
It's really he only shoots layups or threes.
Mm-hmm.
But if you peep, every time he takes a mid-range shot, 9.5 times out of 10, that boy going in. It's like it's literally a layup for him.
That's a fact.
If I was Steph, I wouldn't be so humble. That's why I'm messing with him. I would not be so humble. With God's gift like that, I'm bugging.
Oh, that man.
I was pulling up from half every other play. God knows. They would have had to take me out the league. I would have averaged 50, bro. Some real ish. I would have averaged 50.
I mean, only time will tell. We'll see what happens next year. I know he's gonna be on a mission to prove everybody wrong, because everybody seems like they forgot about him. Everybody's been talking about this and that and the third.
Steph hate. That's the.
Just let him
I really
talk.
hate the Steph hate. I hate the Steph hate.
Me too, bro. Cause it's like it really took just for him to get injured for everybody to forget about his greatness. But
we can put him. We can also put him in top 10 today. I'll put him in top 15 today. Top 15.
Facts.
To me, he just need a Finals MVP.
I feel like that is like that award now lost meaning to me after I heard what Rachel Nichols. I don't know if you heard about the Rachel Nichols thing where she asked, I think, or she consulted with like LeBron about who her vote should go to or who people should vote for. Yeah, so
He's scum. He's scum of the earth. Wow.
Yeah, bro, that award has lost so much meaning to me at this point, because it's like, what's the point? Like,
I would have never thought. Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into it and I'm gonna send it to you later. But
that's
like
bottom of the bottom, bottom of the bottom. Like I don't think we understand how much leverage LeBron has in the NBA today.
Clutch Mafia.
I don't think we understand how much leverage them boys have.
Nah, I do, because I saw LeBron was on podcast with Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye, and Richard Jefferson had said something, and then LeBron was like, "Don't worry, RJ, ESPN can't fire you. You're my friend."
Yeah, because bro, as long as you know LeBron, you got a job in the sports world. Literally,
that's a fact.
If you got ties with LeBron, you're a gooch.
Yep.
Your son gonna play on his AAU team. He probably gonna average like 2, but he definitely gonna get a highlight tape on overtime. Like, come on. Leverage.
That's a fact. All right. I mean, that's all I got on the agenda for today. Thank you all for tuning in today. Make sure y'all subscribe.
We on for a minute.
I wasn't even gonna mention that, but all right. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We on YouTube now, posting videos regularly. Fastbreak Layup, NBA podcast on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever y'all listen at. Whoever's still listening, thank you.
God
Give us
bless.
5 stars. Leave a rating, you know. Give some criticism, whatever it is.
Stay safe in this coronavirus.
Facts. And, you know, we got possibly new merch. YouTube viewers can see what I'm holding up right now, but we might come out with shirts, so let us know how y'all feel about that. So
And we also starting the AAU team. Now, let me stop.
all right, that's it, y'all.